Hey everyone, I'm going to talk about how much to charge per lead today. So for a lot of you who have been following our stuff know that we run a cost per lead agency or a pay per lead agency. We generate leads for X and we sell them for 2X. That's our general rule of thumb. It's a very simple business model. And this pay per lead model revolution is starting. A lot of advertising agencies are moving away from retainers and moving towards the pay per lead model. And we've got close to 200 people in our closed Facebook group at the moment. And when they're coming into our program, one of the big questions, or one of the most common questions, is how much can I charge per lead, Dan? And there's no rule of thumb, okay, because there is a rule of thumb, which I'm going to talk about now, but it's different for every industry. But I'll try and give you a broad little calculation to use. So if you are in my program or not in my program, then you can still use this to get a good ballpark figure to start with when you begin a new generating leads in a new vertical. So it is a simple calculation, and it's based on the AOV, or the average order value, or the average lifetime value of that customer. So let's say, for example, a converted client is worth say $3,000 to this particular client, okay? We work backwards and we divide that $3,000 by 3, and that will obviously give us $1,000. And then we presume a 10% conversion rate, probably a bit less than that. I'm actually going to change that to I'm going to go 5%. So if you work backwards from that average order value or the lifetime value of the customer, you can figure out roughly what they're willing to pay from that figure. You kind of work backwards from there. So we divide by 3. So if for example, the client makes roughly $3,000 per sale, and we divide by 3, that gives us $1,000, okay? And then we presume a 5% conversion rate. That can be a little bit conservative, but it's probably safe to stick with that number. And 5% of $1,000 is $50, okay? And that is your cost per lead, all right? So for an average value of a customer of $3,000 for a client, you can probably give or take charge $50 per lead, okay? I've done another quick calculation up here. Say it's a market where there's a lot more leads available, and the average order value or their lifetime value is a little bit less. It's around $1,200 per client. Divided by 3 is $400, and then 5% of $400 is $20 per lead. Okay, so it's a very simple calculation that we kind of give our students, and we also use for ourselves within our own agency, and it gives you a fair indication of a pretty nice ballpark figure. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a nice quick one. If you want to learn more about how we build a cost per lead agency and how it all works and how we generate those quality leads and how we sell them and all that kind of cool stuff, then we have a case study below this video which explains everything that you need to do this by yourself. Enjoy, and I'll speak to you soon.